Hello and welcome to an art time-lapse video. In this video I'll be drawing an entry to the Paper Demon Art RPG for the bi-weekly challenge, which is draw your character with their favorite food, doing something or whatever, just with their favorite food, you know. So my character, she's an ant. She's like a big ant, anthro guy, girl, whatever. So I figured her favorite food would probably be sugar, so I drew her in a soda shop drinking some sodas. But of course the sodas are not caffeinated because caffeine is a natural insecticide. So if you're ever feeding ants, I guess if you want them to die, give them soda, like caffeinated, like Coke or Pepsi or whatever. But if you like ants, like I do, don't feed them caffeinated drinks. And don't feed them chocolate either, because chocolate also can have caffeine in it. Just a tidbit. So I started off with a sketch, but I ended up not really liking it. It wasn't exactly what... Like, I like it. I think it's a nice concept, but there we go, I got rid of it. It didn't really fit what I wanted to do. So I decided to go with an angle from looking at the back of Vivi here. Her name is Vivitsa, or however you say it. But I call her Vivi because it's easier. But I went for an angle looking at the back so you could see like everything she was drinking, and you could also get a look at the other people in the soda shop, which will come into play later. I had a lot of trouble drawing this counter. I'm still not happy with it, with how it actually turned out, but I needed to get it done because the bi-weekly challenge was due today, Sunday the 22nd. This is coming out on the 25th, so it was due Sunday. So I had to get it done. I did it on Saturday. I'm not very good at drawing like props, so I kinda just winged it, I guess you could say. I did a bad job, but it's kind of the best I can do right now. I should practice more with drawing like non-living things, but I'm lazy and I only really like drawing characters and stuff like that, so right now it doesn't really matter. Now I'm drawing a second character who is sitting at the bar, or whatever you want to call it, the counter, looking at Vivi drinking all these sodas. Because I guess it's not every day you see a giant ant in a soda shop drinking sodas. I guess maybe in this world it could happen, but I guess I'd be weirded out if I saw a giant ant drinking some sodas when I went to the soda shop. Oh yeah, I wrote your character here, any species, because I wanted to share it with the Paper Demon Discord to get somebody to let me draw their character in. And as you'll see soon, I do get somebody who lets me draw their character, which was really fun. I don't remember his name though. It was a really long name and it was hard to pronounce. But Saffy Waffy on Paper Demon Discord, if you're watching this, thank you so much for letting me letting me draw your character in here. I think it added a lot to the piece rather than just drawing a random character. I also wanted to draw a big ol' like bar kind of thing in the background, but I was too lazy, so I just kind of colored in. Like, I had completely ignored the stuff that I had drawn. I don't know, I just made it a flat background instead of anything too fancy. It was just meant to be a quick thing, but took about maybe 3-4 hours to draw all this. I guess the sketch took the longest because I wasn't sure what to do, and because it's when I get the composition down, even though I'm not very good at composition. It's hard to get his feet right because I wanted to have it look like he was relaxing, but not too relaxed because he was kind of freaked out by the giant ant. But I guess in a world where there's a dragon and an ant at a soda shop, anything is possible. So I'm sure that the sorry about me testing all these brushes. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do. I kind of want to play around with like a more sketchy line style one day, where I actually use something that has transparency in it, like the pencil I use to sketch. But that wasn't happening today, so I'll try it again some other time. Like I said, I'm not very good at drawing props, so these stools were kind of a pain in the butt. Hopefully they're not too much of a pain in the butt because they're stools and you're meant to sit on them, but you know, they were a pain in the butt to draw. Like I said, I really enjoy drawing this character. I have a good time when it comes to drawing other people's characters, I think. Because, I don't know, like I still worry about getting them right, you know, because they're somebody else's and I don't want to, like, do them an injustice, but I like it that it makes people happy when you draw their characters, and, or at least if they give you permission. Some people don't want you drawing their characters, so... But if somebody wants you to draw their character, I think it's fun. It's a good time. That's why I like Art Fight so much, because you draw other people's characters, even though I only did 2 drawings for Art Fight this year, and I didn't get any back, but I don't really mind. I know the first year I did Art Fight, I went kind of hard and I drew a lot. But like the second year, I think I only did 1 drawing, And then the third year, which I think was this year, I only did 2 drawings. So and here I start figuring out the colors. The problem I had was that I was outside doing this and I couldn't see very well. So I eventually just went inside and finished it all up. I like sitting outside while I'm drawing, even if it's on the computer, because I don't know. I like to sit with my grandpa because I live with him, and we talk and stuff and listen to music and all this good stuff. But so it's like it's kind of like if you were to go and sit in like a cafe or something and draw, I guess, in a way. Now I will admit, I'm not too happy with the colors I chose for this, and at the end you'll see me like doing a lot of adjustments because I just wasn't really happy with it, but I didn't want to redo it. It's kind of hard when you don't have all the time you want to be drawing, when you have like a real job. Well, not a real job, but like, obviously being an artist is a real job, but I mean like a job where you're not your own boss, you kind of just have to show up somewhere for somebody and do what they want and not what you want. So I want one day to be able to do my own thing and not have to worry about what somebody else wants, but at the same time, I don't really have the discipline for it. I'm not like a super motivated person. Maybe one day in the future I'll be more willing to do stuff on my own. But I don't really know. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I'm 24 years old and I have no idea. So if anybody is listening and you're like a little kid, well, not a little kid, but you know, like in high school, maybe middle school, and people are telling you gotta go to college and you gotta do all this stuff and figure out what it is you want to do with your life, you might not actually know what you want to do with your life when you're actually quote unquote grown up. I wish I knew what I wanted to do with my life, but I don't. So I'm just working a job right now and making some money to help out with bills and stuff, you know. Sometimes I don't know if I want art to be anything but a hobby, but at the same time I think it'd be really fun to do what I love as a job. Ugh, these colors are so muddy. I really don't like it. But you know, it's okay. It's not what I had envisioned in my head for this prompt, but it's okay, because I got it done. And I think somebody in the Paper Demon Discord posted something that was like, perfect is the enemy of done, or something like that, so sometimes you just gotta do it and learn from your mistakes, so I guess next time I'll try harder. Here I am trying to figure out what I want to do with the colors. I think I just get rid of this layer because I end up not really liking it after a pause, because I was probably just distracted by something. Yeah, I didn't like that. Alright, well, that's the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.